Okay, y'all. Hello. Good afternoon. You troopers, you Victorians, you. No. Anyway, I'm glad to see you. Salutations, everybody. Glad to see you. I don't see anybody but myself right now because I'm recording. So, um, anyway, I'm glad to see me then. And I see me through my, I see you through my eyes. So that's why I always do this as a slight reminder to remind you guys. It's good practice, good habits to have. If you don't journal or don't like journaling, like I said, I'm a writer, but I hate journaling. I forgot how long I have on there. I think 15 minutes. I'm not sure. Maybe a little more, 20. But to record yourself or use those coping skills, you guys, because the enemy is out there and he's doing his thing, and so you want to make sure you're doing yours. You know what I mean? And again, when the enemy comes against you like a flood, the Lord will lift up a standard against them. Don't forget that. Okay, He will. Sorry, I know I'm not looking my best. My hair is doing things I don't understand. It's got its own mind. So, like a child, I'm trying to train it. Or am I trying to train myself? One of the two. Um, Probably it. I'm trying to train it to obey, and it doesn't always want to do that. So, I'm looking a little bit cray-cray right now, so excuse me. But, like I said, anyway, I wanted to get on here and say that's what I was loading. Sorry, my mind's all over the place. When you speak to somebody, a congregation, whether you're encouraging somebody, whether you're trying to aspire, to inspire, whatever the case may be, you don't have to be a minister or a person of the cloth or a chaplain or anything like that to encourage people. We do that all the time. So don't think that you have to have some kind of certificate or doctrine or anything. No, God made it so that all you got to do is open up your portals of love and and reflect, and it will come back at you always. And that was my whole thing. And said in a nutshell right there. It'll always come back to you. It has no other place to go but come back to you like a boomerang. So when you speak into somebody else, it's going to come back to you. Okay? The message is always for the messenger first and foremost. But then when you get it, you still have to apply it. Okay? So just like them, you have to apply it too. You can't just leave it open and, let it get stagnated and do nothing with it. So use it. Okay? So anyway, I don't know why it feels like it seems like I don't know, I seem like I have gray hair or something, silver. Which I do. I mean, these are ones over here are blonde. I kind of have a mixture of gray and blonde. I know my hair is changing colors on me, y'all. My eyes change colors, my hair changed colors. But anyway, so like I was saying, back to the drawing boards. Yeah, like people don't believe me. I've told them that too, right? So, like in most hype times of arousal, sexual arousal, my eyes like literally, like you see the color right now, right? They'll literally go to a green, like an emerald green. And then I've been told that, at times they were blue. So blue, gray, green, really warm to light browns, and things like that. So they switch around. But like I said, I swear to God, I was looking at my hair the other day, and I look like a redhead. I was like, what? And so I'm just like, anyway. So, cray, right? But what I was going to say was this. I had a thought, it was so funny to me, right? So y'all know me, right? I mean, I like women. I'm into women. I mean, I love penetration. So, I kind of separate the package from, the lower package from the man, and things like that. When it comes to that, I'm a lesbian. So, yeah. But anyway, so this is funny, right? As lesbians or as somebody that is in my position, right? We tend to mimic men, right? And I'm thinking to myself, well, I mean, isn't that why we're with a woman? Because we didn't like how we were being treated by a man. So you're telling me you're going to act like one now and then get with a woman to treat her the same way. I'm just like, okay, go figure on that. Aren't you kind of back, or are you doing it the wrong way, right? So I said I was going to take you out of school a little bit on that. It's not what you want to do. So if you're so our issue is that, a lot of feminists or women such as I, whatever the case may be, whatever story they give you, our thing was, men just weren't doing it for us. You know what I mean? And so we, go to women. But again, you want to portray something different. You don't want to act like them if they're, weren't acting accordingly. I would say this, that all men don't, most of them, or excuse me, there's few that, they act pretty decent. I'm just like, I guess men are inbred it differently. They have that instinct. Have you ever watched like Animal Planet? I used to spend all morning on Saturday watching that when I was younger. Anyway, so Animal Planet, you will see the male, right, doing what he's doing, right, toward the female. They're very aggressive acting. They don't give a fuck. Whether you want it or not, they can give it to you, and they do. It's that kind of thing. They'll take what they want when they want. They don't care if you want to or not. And so that's kind of, I guess, maybe their instinct. Problem with that is, that's a four-legged creature and you're two. You're called a human, and that's called a lion or, things like that. So I don't think you fit that category. And if you do and you want to act that way, then we need to put you in a zoo. And that's just the bottom line on that. And I mean no disrespect to the men, but that's my problem. So I'm watching the news, and there's some guy on the subway and things like that really, he feels like he just wants to grope a woman up. Just start groping people. Slap that ass, grab them titties, whatever. And I'm just like, really? I mean, come on. You guys have all watched Pretty Woman, right? This is my thing. Again, I've said it before. Just because the package is out there and it's real pretty, it's flashing, the sparkle is on, the bowl looks real pretty, that's got a pretty, wrapping paper and shit like that, that don't mean it's yours, number one. It might belong to somebody else. It's somebody else's gift. Just because you see it out there don't mean for you to take it and then start handling and fondling it. That's the wrong thing to do. Most times that's called stealing and you go to jail. So I want you to catch a clue on that. Don't do that. So a lot of times people like to do the very opposite of what I say don't do, they do. And I see that a lot. Don't do that, though. If you want your life, and you want to see your children again, your whoever, your wife, and you was out there with a wrong package, it wasn't yours, you got a wife. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing with men too, right? You got somebody already. But your eyes are just so, it's not just your eyes, it's your hands and, what's between your legs and everything. You got to get some control. God, and one of our instincts that we have as a human is control. And that's what people don't understand about me. They're like, what's wrong with her? They saw it funny that I can control myself. They called that crazy. Well, Denisha, for 1 minute, one extreme, you 1 to 0, 1 minute you're sad, you go, the next minute, you're having a blast or you're okay. And that's just a little weird for me. That's not normal. And we think, you need to get on some medication. That's called control, is what that's called. I've learned how to control my emotions, and everybody needs to. Again, that's how God instilled us. That was our makeup. We should know how to control. For those people that are religious, one of the fruit of the Spirit is control. We need to be able to control our hormones, control ourselves, our urges to want to grope somebody and touch somebody and kiss somebody, especially that's not ours. Or they didn't give you permission to. And you just feel like you want to. You need to control that. Or you can find yourself someplace you don't want to be. Like jail, prison, dead, I don't know. Because these days women is packing more than they breast. Do you understand me? They're packing some other things as well. Don't go there because you're going to get with the wrong one and you're like literally next week, the funeral. Okay? You done literally met the Grim Reaper on that one. You need to stop. You hold your rope. Pull it back. It's not that serious. Okay? You need to put a leash and a collar on your dick, like for real. You need to get some real. You know how they do them bulldogs, them dogs that they be fighting and shit. That's your dick right now. You need to look at it just like that, and you need to put some control on it though, because they control those motherfuckers, and that's what you need to do. Okay, because it's out of control. It's hanging on you, dude. So you need to control it. Otherwise, hey, we need to straight do a circumcision and cut it off. I'm not talking about foreskin. I'm talking about the whole thing. If you don't know how to handle it, then it needs to come off. You don't do shit like that. And I'm sorry. I'm very opposed to that. And it is very offensive to me. I'm a woman. If you guys ever watched Pretty Woman before, I'm going to say it again. If it ain't yours and they haven't invited you, keep your hands off. You need some help. Go get some help. Now, I'm not talking about that kind of help, helping yourself to her. No, dude, go get some like professional, whether it's a pill or whatever. Actually, I don't even want you to go that route. I want you to go somewhere quiet. And I want you to pray. I want you to meditate. I want you to do some self-reflecting. Go deep within your own self. Hey, if you need to jack off for a while, some corner, I don't care. Then do that. Don't do that, though, what I said not to do. Please. Leave that alone. I think we have been we've been belittled enough and minimized enough as is throughout history. We've come a long way, not for us to digress and go backwards, and you guys start treating us like that again. Don't do that. I mean, it's never really went away, but it wasn't as pronounced as it, was back then. I mean, back then, that's what we were. I mean, people didn't see us as woman has the word woman has so much into it, but men, okay, has minimized, and they've taken away from that, and they've made us less than a woman. We became objects at that time. We're a thing for you just to pump when you want to. Pump, hump, fuck, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So let's bring it down. And let's be respectful, okay? Because you want us to respect you, right? Well, then and like I said, you're going to meet the Grim Reaper one day, and they go do a smooth chop, and you're not going to have it anymore. Then what are you going to do then? Because to you, that's what makes you a man. But that's not what makes you a man. Your dick don't make you a man. I'm sorry. And you might have, well, anatomy says so. Well, no. Because if I told you I had one and I'm a woman. So okay, so you know what I mean? And I do. Okay, so, don't go there. Do you know what I mean? So back it up. Pull the reins. I don't care what the fuck you heard. Let's do this another way. Okay? I say a lot of things for a reason. I want to see where this one goes. All right, you guys. Like I said, let's be respectful, please. Girls that want to mimic men, you might want to rethink that. If your title or your role is to respect her, then yeah, do that. But don't act like the men that you've had in your life, because you are. And then the cycle just continues of the abuse and how women have been treated for centuries. Let's not go there. Let's change that around. How about that? Okay? So that was our lesson for today. I had some other things I'm going to talk about, but I'll stop there. And I need to go speak to my daddy, who's a woman. She's female. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go talk to her and things like that. Hopefully she's pleased and things like that, because that's what I like, when she's pleased. Okay, because when mama ain't happy and daddy, she everything. When mama and daddy ain't happy, because we the whole family, then there's a problem for me. So, all right. You guys take care. I love you guys. Bye.